We begin tonight following the breaking news out of Texas, a mass shooting in a church near San Antonio. Police say it is the deadliest mass shooting at a house of worship in modern U.S. history.
That's right. Here's what we know right now so far on this developing story. Police say that at least 27 people are dead. It happened just southeast of San Antonio at the First Baptist Church of Southerland Springs, a town of about 650 people. Now, police are saying that a gunman opened fire during a church service this morning. We know that at least 27 people are dead and more than 24 are injured. Now, it is the deadliest mass killing at a house of worship in modern U.S. history. Two officials have identified the suspect in the mass shooting at the Texas church as Devin Kelly.
There's no words. There's just, this happens in New York, in big cities. No one's safe. My dad's already taught me how to get the gun out of the safes and get them loaded. I mean, if it can happen here, guys, it can happen anywhere.
And no matter what happened, that we stand on the fact that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So if there was anyone in that church that died, we know that they're in the presence of our Lord Jesus Christ right now.
Now, we know that the shooter is dead at this time, but police have not released information about a possible motive. Now, again, this town is just 35 miles from San Antonio, where I am actually from, and I have very close friends who live there in Southerland Springs, less than a block away from that church. And when I spoke with them earlier, they asked for prayers for that community in this tragedy. And of course, stay here right with 4029. We'll bring you the latest from this developing story.
A brave neighbor who lives near the church was able to get to the scene in time to meet face-to-face with the suspect. In fact, take a look at the map here. You can see where the tragedy happened in Southerland Springs, right outside of San Antonio.
And that hero talked today exclusively to 4029's Joshua Cole. He joins us now live from the church tonight. Joshua?
Hi there, everybody. Yeah, we are just down the street from that Baptist church in Southerland Springs. I'm going to step out of the way and show you exactly where we're at. Behind me here in the distance, you can see a yellow tent. That is where the FBI and other law enforcement have set up the perimeter for this crime scene. The church is just behind that. In front of that yellow tent, you can see a black truck there in the distance, and you might be able to see the tail end of a red car. Now, that is where Stephen Williford, the man that we spoke with, was able to get to and exchange gunfire with the shooter, with the gunman inside that was inside of that church, and eventually help in stopping him. Now, for me, this is a very personal story. I know Mr. Williford from growing up, and he says that he just is thinking of the community in all of this, and tonight he took us exclusively there to the crime scene where he exchanged gunfire.
My house is down on the corner over there, right past that sign. I could hear the shots, pop, 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 pop.
But from you can't even really see him yet. You're rounding your corner up here to get closer to see what's going on.
Barefooted.
Barefoot. What's in that moment? What's going through your mind before you can even really do anything?
All I'm thinking is I've got to get there. I've got to stop what's happening. I've got to get there. That's the truck I was standing behind. And then when he saw me, of course, he reacted to me. And I guess I don't think he expected to see any resistance. He saw me and we exchanged gunfire.
And that's where that bullet hole from right up there came.
That's this car has a bullet hole in the window. He was shooting at me, and there's one in the house too. And one in the house over here.
Could you see people?
No, I did not at this point. At this point, I did not. For all I knew,
focus was on him.
And he shot across the street into these neighbors' homes that are here. I saw his side, and that's what I shot for. I don't know that's where I hit him, but I knew that that would be where that tactical gear did not cover. And then when he got in, he shot twice more through the window.
So he's in the car right now.
He's in the car, and then he pulled up and he turned down there, and I made one last shot at him as he was driving off.
And where was Johnny in all of this?
He was at, see that stop sign right over there?
Right.
He was parked right there through the whole thing.
this is your community.
This is my town.
This is your home.
This is
You're
my
ready to
home.
protect it.
This is my home. I was scared, like you can't even imagine. I was scared.
Yeah.
But I knew something had to happen because I love those people there. I know I love the people that are in there, and I still don't know who lost their lives, but I'm sure that some of them are my friends. I'm sure some of them are my friends.
Now, we were able to get to that portion of the crime scene thanks to some of the property owners that are just across the street from the church, and they say that in that moment they were thankful, even scared for Mr. Williford to be able to go out there showing that bravery and be able to help and assist in stopping that gunman. Now, Mr. Williford says that he does not consider himself a hero at all. Right now, he is just asking everyone around the world and the country for prayers for this small community. We're live tonight in Sutherland Springs, Texas. I'm Joshua Cole, 4029 News.
Tonight we are hearing for the first time from Stephen Williford's daughter, Stephanie.
Yeah, she shares her story after helping her dad stop the gunman in Sutherland Springs. 4029's Joshua Cole live tonight once again with her account.
Yeah, Stephanie Williford was one of the first to hear gunshots from inside of their home. She went outside and drove around the block to see what was going on, and when she saw the gunman, she rushed back home and alerted her dad, who jumped into action.
I think what he really wants people to focus on is that God is instrumental in this. And so the fact that Dad was here a block away, I mean, the church is right behind us. And that we were able to hear from inside our house. You know, I was panicking because I heard the return fire, you know, I heard, and I couldn't quite see him. And, you know, I was looking out my back window and I couldn't see where it was taking place, but I heard them firing at each other. And all I could think is, oh God, you know, that could be my dad's life.
Are you proud of your dad?
100%. He's always, like I said, he's always been my hero, but now he's everyone else's hero.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I've known Stephanie for years myself. Now, at 6 o'clock, we're going to hear more from Stephanie as well as Mr. Williford about how she learned gun safety from him. And we'll hear more about the weapon that her dad used during that gunfight with the gunman inside that church. We're live this evening in Sutherland Springs, Texas. I'm Joshua Cole, 4029 News.